to Diamond Quality, here where we talk about not folding under the pressure of life and turning into that gem you're truly meant to be. Because whether you like it or not, you are a fucking crystal, okay? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am waking up. I hope wherever y'all are in the day that it has been a great day for y'all. And I'm speaking a great day into existence for me. Now, where I wanted to start off and talk about today, I know my voice is very low and deep, like when I say y'all waking up. Equality. The last video that I made, and I know anybody that does a podcast or record themselves or just practice something, you see where you can evolve and grow. That's why we do things, to become better. So, again, I saw something in my video that I'm like, I want to correct that. I don't like how I said that. And I put a limit on it, like we're good at putting limitations on ourselves. So when I was talking about the minorities or my people, I was talking about black and brown. But at the same time, I know that we're not the only ones that's going through what we're going through, right? There's other races that experience our struggle, our hurt, and our pain. They may express it differently, and that's probably because what they experienced may just have started a few generations ago or just started their generation. What we are experiencing, when I talk about the blacks and the brown, lineage, it goes back so far. So it's so much anger and rage and upsetness and sadness behind it, because so much time we have constantly been passing these programs down. But we can't take away from our neighbor, the next person that knows how we feel, or they don't have to go through what we went through to feel our hurt and our pain. And those be the people that speak up and speak out and help us get to where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? As much as we want to be angry at where we're at in life and how we got here, we are still getting somewhere better. You know what I'm saying? We're still evolving. No more slavery, even though we still fighting. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't got us in chains no more. Chains that we could physically see. Women's rights, okay? Being able to vote. And now it's this thing of abortions. You know what I'm saying? That is still a part of women's right. Like, the other day when I had to do some calling around, when your kids get fouled, there's a lot of things that you can do, and that'll be a whole separate video that I put for you guys. But there's so much shit that you have to do to protect you and your kids, and us as parents, that's what we're trying to do, right? Protect our kids. So I'm taking these steps. I'm calling people, talking to people. And this guy I come across, like on the IRS phone or whatever, and I'm in good mood too, because remember I tell y'all how we're feeling and what we're thinking, that's what we're creating. And I know beforehand, in the past, when shit like this came up, I wasn't feeling good about it. I wasn't thinking positive about it. I was mad that I had to go through some extra bullshit steps that I didn't want to go through, right? The shit that I'm always saying that I'm not happy about, the court shit, the calling around, talking to IRS, waiting on the phone and shit, like that stuff that it's like, damn, I didn't ask to go through this. I don't want to go through this. But that's the change that I'm talking about, the unexpected change that comes into your life. And then you adapt to it. You adjust with it in a healthier way rather than being upset and mad about it. So by me changing my mood and how I was thinking about the process, I took it from these extra fucking steps to now I know what to do to protect me and my kids, and I can share this information. Other people can know what to do. So I felt good about it. I get somebody on the IRS phone that he felt great about his day. And he was an older guy. And, you know, I know everyone has that older person in life where they just know shit and they just say it and they just tell you. He was one of those guys. Like, you could tell he was trying to be at work and be professional, and what he was about to tell me had nothing to do with why I was calling. And he was like, "You get what I'm saying?" And I'm like, "I don't, though." I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to tell me. So he ended up having to tell me. And he pretty much said, I had to write it down. He said, and this is, I, didn't look up this woman or anything of this sort, but I'll tell you what he said. He said, the woman behind Planned Parenthood, she created Planned Parenthood and put it in the areas of the most depressed, low-income minority neighborhoods. Hold on. Check on my baby. Okay. Because I'm making breakfast. Multitasking. Mommy mode. But she put these institutions in low minority neighborhoods because she had a vision, or someone told her that she heard we were going to take over the world one day. And when he said it to me, you know how you hear something you immediately knows is true. Like, you felt it. And I felt it. And I always felt that way about our people. And that's because they know how strong we are. We know how strong we are. I think that's why we can be so fucking angry and upset that we're not living to our true potential, because we're seeing someone is holding us back, or we can't do it this way because it wasn't given to us that way. Like, these programs, these false beliefs is what hold us back. So when he said it, I was just like, that's fucked up. And he was saying it was 63 million babies have been killed since she built those institutions, and majority of the percentage of that number is minorities. And where my mind went to was pretty much how I believe that, because they want to lower our population. The less of us that, get our conscience back and become conscious of our emotions and heal ourselves, that come together, we're powerful. You know what I'm saying? But I also thought about how right now, still today, it's a debate on women if they can or shouldn't get an abortion. And it's like, it's our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that everyone wants to have a say-so in someone else's life. But again, that is someone else trying to control what you got going on in your life. And by you giving your power away, you're allowing them to control what you feel is right, because that decision should be solely up to the person that's bringing that person here. I love other people's perceptions and opinions, but the decision is always up to us, right? It's so much like, it's just about equality. It's about treating each other equal but separate, because we're all connected, but we are our own fucking person. We're not supposed to be doing what was passed down to us. So as I'm talking about what this guy has shared with me to other people, of course I'm getting other perceptions, other opinions, and talking to family members. And something else popped in my head. As a child, like growing up, I always knew like I'll be like the boss over whatever the fuck I did, because any job I was telling my boss what to do, or like, you shouldn't treat us that way, or you're showing favoritism. Like, I spoke up, and me speaking up, I used to get in trouble about, and that's when I learned about insubordination. I'm like, what the fuck is insubordination? It's like talking back to your boss. I'm like, well, if my boss is not right, I'm finna say something. You're not finna tell me to not say something because you're my boss. Like, that shit never clicked or made sense to me. So growing up, I used to hear this statement of, because I'm like, I'll make it to the manager position. I'll get hired. And the older folks in the family be like, well, not if it's a white person there. And I used to disagree with that. It wasn't a belief that I believe, because I'm like, no, that's not fucking true, because I don't care what your color is. That doesn't make you better than me or what I'm doing. Like, I know I'm great at whatever I do, and your color doesn't make you better than me because of that. So it wasn't nothing I held on to. But at the same time, it ain't like I did not see it, though. And I knew why my people had that program. And I knew why my people believed that, because that's what they saw. That's what was given to them. So they stored it, and they stored it, and they passed it down. And of course, they also repeated it. And we can choose to take on their program or let their program go and not believe something, even if we did experience it. That doesn't mean we can't create something different. It's like everything I watch and see just shows it, like fucking people getting raped. You know what I'm saying? I watch Love. I do watch Love Island, but I watch Law and Order too, SVU. And I just know it doesn't take a color for someone to get raped. It doesn't take a gender for someone to get raped. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like to separate each other and be like, oh, this is just happening to this person. This is just happening to that person, which at times it is, like how slavery and women's rights, yes. But at the same time, as a collective, we don't acknowledge how anything can happen to any of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it affects all of us. And what helps to change, what helps upgrade these programs is more people speaking up and saying stuff about it, because we don't stand up for each other how we should when we're seeing someone get bullied or talked to a certain way. Hold on. Because y'all be wanting to just get like the videos in and out so I can be done with it and then get back to running around and being mommy catching up with the kids all day. But at the same time, I'm like, you'll never get, like, you'll get your video done, but it won't be how you want it, because you're going to have to wait a few days or whatever the case may be. So being patient, working with myself, restarting, resetting, readjusting as many times as I have to. But it takes us speaking up. And that's not even just to strangers. It's mainly with our fucking families. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are trying to still to this day be accepted by our families, because our families are the ones that are coming and, you know, coming from the old programs that are put into place that they still believe, because they, you know, in so much shape or form, is still operating like that. And it takes us here right now today to upgrade those programs and then show the generation, the people before us, the older people, that we can change, we can evolve. You did go through hurt and struggle and pain, and you stored it and you gave it to me, and now I'm releasing it. By you seeing it, you could release it too. Like, a lot of families not accepting their children of wanting to date the same sex, love the same sex, change their body, you know what I'm saying, into the opposite sex. They're not accepting of that because they have not seen that or experienced it. So they're confused about it and they're judging it because back then they were told it wasn't right. You don't do that. God not gonna love you, that's not unconditional love, and we are gods and goddesses. So if we love our fucking self, God will love us, because I'm God. You get what I'm saying? That's how that works. But when you want to believe the next man and go outwards to find that love and happiness, you're always going to be searching. You may find that person, but you're still going to feel like something missing on the inside. You know what I'm saying? You may find that person that loves you how you need to be loved. And sometimes it takes that to start loving yourself on the inside, which is fine. Doesn't matter how you get there, because we all have our own process, our own journey, our own mission that we have to learn. So I'm saying speak up, I'm saying to, when we're talking to our families, or, and it ain't even got to be speak. A lot of people ain't even vocalists. Express yourself, fully express yourself how you want to, especially around your loved ones, because if they can learn to accept you, then, you know, anyone can accept you. But if they don't learn to accept you, and then you still learn to love and accept yourself, you don't give a fuck about what anybody else is saying out there. You know what I'm saying? Because you love yourself. We are the generation. We are the people that's going to help the change. And by us helping our families see that we are upgrading these programs, our families will let go of that belief and then start telling and passing that information on and undoing those programs with the people in their generation. They are saying that this is the time for the change, and anyone that can't handle the change right now, they are dying off, or we're just killing each other, which is true. Suicide is high. Why is it high? Why are so many people taking their lives and leaving? Because of the programs that were put in place. They're losing hope. They're losing faith. Like, you see the shit that's going on. Like, just how I said in my last video, I'm like, I want to share. And my grandma always tells me, look at the news, pay attention to the news. And it's something that I know that I need to do because my father told me that before he left, you know what I'm saying? But I do it in moderation. I listen to my people because they are knowledgeable. But at the same time, I know myself. When I'm going through life, I gotta get back in my hermit bubble, crab circle, whatever, and I got to figure my shit out. No outside noise, no clutter. I got to clear all that noise up there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of noise, thoughts. So I don't touch into the news because I feel like my life is the news. Like, I got enough bullshit going on right here. So, now I'm feeling peace. I got control of my life. I'm not letting people just come in, control, and do whatever, put my kids in danger. I'm at peace. So I'm like, okay, I can tap into the news. Soon I get on there, and it's saying a guy kills his baby mama and the 3 kids. And I'm like, I completely see why my family is moving in fear and expressing their concerns, how they're expressing it over me sharing what I'm going through, because they are worried of how those beings will react due to how they are already acting. If you guys get into a little bigger argument between yourselves and you pull a gun out on your own son of a being, then you'll do it quickly with the next person because you gave birth to that person. So, of course, that's why my mind sees a few steps forward, because my family mind sees a few steps forward, because they have been exposed to shit. So we can see that far. That is part of our intuition. That is just natural for human beings to be able to perceive shit. So that's what they're worried about. Like, okay, you're taking these steps. These beings are already crazy. I want to make sure you and the good kids are good. You know what I'm saying? I'm also not moving in fear because I know if anyone tries to come my way, you get what I'm saying? You're not coming my way. Like, it's not happening. So, and that's just how I move and operate, how I feel in myself. I've always, as a child, you guys, they used to be like, the boogeyman is in a garage. The boogeyman is in don't go in a garage. Like when scary movies and shit like that. I got my butt whooped one day. My ass whooped so fucking bad. I was so mad. And I had to go in the garage. I said, that fucking boogeyman is in there. I'm fucking him up because I'm pissed. Like, when that happened to me that day, fear just like left my body. Like, I wasn't scared of anything no more. Like, nobody, nothing did not fucking matter. That day I knew I would take down anything. And I held on to that anger. And so we have a light side, we have a shadow side. Everyone knows that about yourself. You have a side of you that ain't the prettiest, and you got a beautiful side of you. So my shadow side can be my anger. But we have to learn how to bring our light and our dark in the middle and balance them out, bring harmony. So what I chose to hold on to from that anger was not letting anyone get my anger, get me that mad, or not being scared of anything. But by me bringing some light to it, I didn't allow my anger to control me if a situation happened. So that's just how I'm feeling when I'm moving with this process. I'm not scared. I know I'll protect me and my family because I'm seeing it in actual real life and time that I'm protecting my family in a healthier way than what was shown to me, right? It's just our parents show us. But we are supposed to take those programs and upgrade them, and then pass that down to our kids. So by us upgrading, we're clearing the old shit and we're clearing generations to come. That is what we call healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's healing. And right now, today, in this moment, we got to start accepting each other individually for who we are. Whoever you want to date, you date. Whatever you want to fucking wear, you wear. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are worried about the next person judging us because our family judged us, or our family not accepting us, or the ones closest to us don't understand us. But it's other people out here that think and feel how we feel. And sometimes they don't have to go through what we went through. And that's just coming from the heart. We have this thought of, you don't know my pain and struggle because you haven't experienced it. Sometimes that's true. All right. But it doesn't take for someone to feel your hurt and pain to want to make things better and change the world. These systems, yes, they had people in them that took a lot of the trust and made a lot of the hurt more. You know, like kids going to foster care and shit and getting abused in the system, going to foster homes and leaving one hurt and going to the next hurt, and then a constant repeat of that. How can you use your heart when you're constantly being shown hurt? You don't want to keep opening your heart up and trusting people to hurt you. That's when it hurts even more. But when you expect it, that's when the hurt is less. But that doesn't mean we got to keep getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to keep getting hurt. And so what I'm saying is when you see in your own life how you're doing something to hurt someone, like in my last video about me just saying blacks and brown, I immediately started feeling for all the other races that went through or going through what we're going through or experiencing it, because that's their hurt too. So it's like, I'm not even trying to not validate you. Remember I'm saying being conscious is paying attention to how we talk, how we act, what we do, how we move, putting other people's feelings in consideration. Being mindful is making sure you're staying true to yourself, putting yourself in consideration, validating your feelings, and also validating somebody else's feeling. That's being mindful. Like and when you put both of those together, that's unconditional love. Like, that's what I want for our kids to see, not to go to school and get bullied, you know what I'm saying, not to be judged if one day they want to wear lipstick and they're a boy, you know, like, how you gonna figure yourself out if you don't try? One of my favorite sayings is, you can't knock it till you try it. And my saying about that is with food, okay? I love food. And I'm not gonna knock it till I try it. It may look weird. The texture may be, I don't know, you know. But I may stick a little tongue out. That's me trying it. But you can't knock something unless you try it. And if it's not for you, then you know it. But just to prejudge it and be like, nah, you're limiting yourself from the experience that you could be having. And I know we can all be living a peaceful, wonderful life because there's beauty in all of us. I want to talk about this tattoo because the shit that I'm saying, I'm not making this up. I have always believed this. And now it's like, now I'm getting on the platform and I'm saying my beliefs because the chaos, the madness, the hurt, the pain. But I refuse to let these beings that was trying to hurt me change me into them. I was not ever going to be like them because I don't believe we should treat each other like that. Anyway, this tattoo. Broken isn't bad because I'm broken. And in red, it says, I'm okay. We all have issues. We all have pain. We all have things that we have to struggle with. We may break our hearts. Okay, look, I'm telling you, everything on me I'm dead ass. Our hearts are going to break. But who is going to heal us? That is a needle. I got this tattoo around COVID years ago before I even had kids. Okay? And that's because my heart was just breaking. And each time I knew I had to be the one to heal myself. I couldn't go outwards, but I didn't know how to love myself or heal myself because I didn't have those tools, because those tools weren't given to me. I got the tools now. Now that I got the tools, I'm sharing the tools because no one can come in and save us unless we don't save ourselves. Sometimes it does take that light, that kindness, and that's what I'm trying to tell us to do. Let's be that light and that kindness to the next fucking person, even when they're creating suffering on us. That's when we got to put those boundaries in place with conditions and show them a healthier way of loving them from a fucking distance, so you're not killing them, so you're not hurting them. They say hate is just the opposite spectrum of love. Light and dark is just on the other fucking end of it. As much as y'all want to not say it and like it, but when they're not accepting people or accepting gays or accepting trans or females or any race, that level of hate, why you hate it so much? Because they love something else. They love that fucking power and that separation and the entitlement that's over it. That's what they're loving, and they don't want nobody else to take it from them. It's a different form of fucking hate. But we come together, the ones that want to love on each other. We can love each other so fucking well that we can push these people away from us that hate us, that don't have our best attention. That's when we gotta see, you know what I'm saying? See what people show us. Because as I'm watching the shows and the shit that I watch, I saw how I was being so naive and gullible by seeing the beauty in everyone, because that's all I wanted to see was the beauty in everyone. And I had to balance myself out and be realistic with the world that I was born into, the people that are around me. Because by me seeing the beauty in everyone, I kept seeing the beauty even though you were showing me the ugly. And when people show you the ugly, you still love them. All right, I love your ugly, but over there. And if you want to keep being that ugly, you will find somebody else to do that with. Because best believe, every pot has a lid, okay? Every pot. So I'm not, no. You know, like, if you love that for yourself, I love that for you, but I don't love that for me. I love myself enough to not love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not love. They told you that was love. It was a fucking lie. That's love for them. What's love for you? So, yes, this is what I want to talk about. Loving each other, equality, and when you see yourself making a mistake, as I did beforehand, just limiting the hurt and the pain to just my people. Correct yourself. Fix the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Fix the mistakes. Evolve and grow from it. When I talk about our people, my people, I'm talking about anybody that's going through the struggle, the hurt, the pain, single parent, no matter your color, all right? No matter your age, your gender, that does not put you in a, you can only be a single parent if you're this color. Not fucking true. We all go through the same shit. We are all in these systems with the court system, having people do fucked up shit to us, no matter our fucking color, our age, our gender, our size, none of that, all right? So let's love each other, heal people, heal people. Heal people, heal people, okay? I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I love you guys. Just like, subscribe, repost, and share. And see you later.